Hello, day 14, fact 14. I'll be talking a bit slowly with the words enunciated because even I can't understand the words I'm saying when I watch it back. And I watch it a lot. Everybody does. Anyway, fact 14. Today it's about earthquakes. Earthquakes are one of the most terrifying things in the entire world, and I'm so scared of it because there's nothing you can do about it. When the land rumbles and the buildings sway, you have nothing to do other than hide and go to a safe spot and wait for it all to stop, whilst being very afraid and terrified and knowing not what to do. So, how does earthquakes occur? For this, you have to know how the earth is shaped. The earth is not a perfect sphere, it is an oblate spheroid with the um, top and the bottom flattened and the center bulged a bit, and it's called oblate spheroid. With the photos taken from space, it looks like a little spear, but actually, um, if you remove all the water, you can see all the curves, trenches, gorges, and the mountains, which may not be so visible because the oceans, when you look at the scale of the Earth, it's very less, it's very thin. So the land we see, the landmass we see, um, is actually made of plates. Plates are the huge rock masses. If this the Earth, like it's on top of it, right? So there are 7 or 8 prominent and big land tectonic plates, is what they're called. So they're continuously moving because they are on molten mantle. Because the more you go into the center of the Earth, it becomes more hot and everything melts, and that's where you get the volcanoes from, right? So it's almost a liquid thing, molten thing. So these land masses move on top of it. The tectonic plates, we'll call it. It's actually that, but remember, it's not land mass; it's tectonic plates. India, the Indian subcontinent plate, moved away from the southern hemisphere near Australia towards the Eurasian plate, which comprises of the Asian and China, above China. It moved very slowly from the Australian plate and moved towards the Eurasian plate, forming the Himalayas, um, which includes places like Nepal and Bhutan, with all the huge mountains. That's where you can see India is a plain, and there is a huge mountain range in between, and again a plateau of China and Russia. Similarly, Australia is also moving towards the northern hemisphere at I think 12 or 27 millimeters per year. It's a very slow move, but it is moving. So when these plates are always connected to each other, right? So when these plates are either sliding towards each other or sliding bottom, as the Indian plate is doing, it causes friction. Sometimes it may move smoothly, but many a times there are the rocks that are in contact with each other breaks off because of the huge stress. And when it breaks off, there's release of energy in the form of seismic waves, and that is what is known as earthquakes. There are different type of earthquake waves, seismic waves. Sometimes it may go like the land masses may flow like waves. Sometimes it will move uh, sideways. These are both dangerous. There is no way for scientists to know when earthquakes will occur. The only thing that they can do is look at historical data, statistics, and uh, just get a ballpark of when it may happen, but they can never tell for sure. There's a thing called the Pacific Ring of Fire, which includes places like Japan and all the way to the Philippines, because there are 3 plates converging at this position, and that's why there are a lot of earthquakes, because when 3 plates are together, that means it's doubled. Now the risk of having earthquake is doubled. Earthquake is measured in Richter scale. Now they have many other things which I am not so sure about, but I remember Richter because nowadays most of the earthquakes are given on a scale of 0 to 10 on a Richter scale. This is a logarithmic scale. That means if there's an earthquake of 5, an earthquake of 6, that means the earthquake of Richter scale 6 is 10 times more powerful than 5. I've read that it is the value of the Richter scale, it changes depending on the length of the fault as in the places or the length of the tectonic plates where they're touching each other, right? The border of these are the faults. So Richter scale of 9.5 has been the highest till now. I think it was recorded in 1700s, but even depending on where the epicenter of the earthquake is and the type of waves, the destruction can be even severe with earthquake of Richter scale 6. What else about earthquakes? Okay, one more interesting thing. Sometimes, or many a times, it's found that animals know beforehand that an earthquake is coming because they get scared, they bark, they move around. Scientists are not entirely sure how this is happening. Maybe because some people attribute it to low frequency sounds which only the dogs can hear, but that cannot be replicated because there are instruments which can read infrasonic, or what do you call it, ultrasonic, no, infrasonic. That means with frequency of the sound below 20 hertz. We can hear sounds from 20 hertz to 20,000 hertz. More than 20,000 hertz we cannot hear, and below 20 hertz humans ears do not have the capability to hear that, but animals can. So maybe that's one of it, but there's no scientific findings confirming this. So there's no way we know when the earthquakes will occur or where. So just thing is just to be careful and to be safe. Always remember, go under the door sill or under the table. If you don't have a table, go under the door sill. That's the safest spot, because earthquakes don't kill, buildings do. That is what people say a lot, especially because I'm a civil engineer. A very bad one, but still I remember that. What else? I think that's for today. Just be safe. Always teach other people what to do when there's earthquake. It's always better to run away outside, but if you can't, there's no time, just hide under the table or under the door sill. Lintel, sorry, it's lintel. Sill is bottom. I told you, I'm a bad civil engineer. Anyways, that's a fact for today. Oh my god, it's almost 8 minutes. Longest till now. See you tomorrow.